The first suggestion is the Japanese suicide forest. This is not the name of this forest. The actual name is Aokigahara. This forest is in the northern part of Fuji. If you don't know Mount Fuji, it's a very famous mountain in Japan. Since the 1960s, this forest has been known as the suicide forest. In this place, 105 successful suicides has happened. And it's also good to know that there was 200 suicide attempts in this forest. The people committed suicide in two different ways. One of them was from a hanging, and the other ones was with drug overdose. Since 2011, the Japanese government had put a watch out from this place to make sure people are safe and are not committing suicide over here. And since then, the numbers has gone down. Some tourists that visited this place, they put motivational placards so people don't commit suicide. And apparently, they're motivational messages for the people. There is a lot of suicides in Japan, but it doesn't have the highest suicide rate. This is the suicide rate map, and you could tell by color. The most suicides are in Greenland and Guyana. Red is up next, like Russia, South Korea, South Africa, and some other country. And it's good to know South Korea has more suicides than Japan. Orange little less, yellow less than that, green less than that, and the lowest rate are the dark green countries. The next suggestion, absolute zero. Absolute zero is the lowest temperature we can reach in this known universe. You might say 0 degrees ain't that bad, but what we mean by 0 degrees is 0 Kelvin. If you want to convert 0 Kelvin to Celsius, it's going to be minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. Scientists believe that this is the lowest temperature you can reach in the known universe. Right now, we haven't been able to reach this temperature. And we haven't found a place in space that's this cold as well. And that's minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. But scientists still believe that absolute zero is completely possible in the universe. And there is a chance we could find something that's this cold. The next suggestion is helium. We all know and love helium. It is the second element on the periodic table, and they fill balloons with it. Helium is a gas that has no color, odorless, non-toxic, and one of the cool facts is that it's the coldest liquid in the universe. If you've seen our video about liquid nitrogen, we said that nitrogen turns into liquid at minus 196 degrees Celsius. And you guys saw the liquid, but if you want to turn helium gas into liquid, it's gonna need a lot more than that. The temperature you need to turn helium into a liquid is minus 269 degrees Celsius, and that's pretty damn close to 0 Kelvin, or absolute zero. Humans have reached this level of cold, and we can turn helium into liquid. But where do you use liquid helium? If you remember, some people use liquid nitrogen for cooling off CPUs in a computer. But liquid helium is used to cool off the magnets in an MRI machine. An MRI machine is so impressive that it deserves its own video. The next suggestion is a disease called Behçet's disease. This is a very rare disease, and they really haven't found out what causes it. This disease causes sores throughout the body. It makes your eyes get swollen and turn red, and it creates rash on different parts of your body. There's no way to fix this disease unless you talk to a doctor. And the doctor, with the help of steroids, can help you get better. The next suggestion is green blood. This is another disease, and it's known as sulfhemoglobin. What causes your blood to turn green is sulfur entering your blood system, and the sulfur literally turns your blood into a dark green color. This is a very rare thing that could happen, and doctors believe that if you get this sickness, you shouldn't do anything and wait about 100 to 150 days for your blood to go back to normal. But if the situation is extremely bad, blood transfusion is required. The information we're giving you guys for this disease are very simple and plain, and if you have these issues, you for sure have to talk to your doctor about it. The next suggestion, fluoride, something that's used in toothpaste, and it helps your teeth stay healthier. Fluoride is also found in your water system. Some cities add fluoride to their water, and that helps people's teeth stay healthier. The first government that did this was Nazi Germany. They added fluoride to their water to help people keep their teeth healthier, and the US has put fluoride in their water since 1962. Some people believe that this is bad for you. It makes you lose bone density. It causes your joints to hurt. But a lot of scientists have done research throughout the years and couldn't prove that anything bad happens to you because of fluoride. And that is why fluoride is still found in the water system, and it's also used in your toothpaste. The next suggestion you guys had was cyanide. Cyanide is a chemical compound, and the way it forms is carbon triple bonds with the nitrogen atom, and it's part of the cyano group. But cyanide is meant for killing because it's a very toxic chemical. When cyanide enters your bloodstream, it hurts your central nervous system, and it could easily stop your heart. And that is why it's known as the suicide pill or the murder pill. Some people say Hitler killed himself with this pill, but a lot of others say he shot himself, not cyanide. A lot of assassins and different agents would put cyanide in their mouth when they were doing their operation, and if stuff was going bad, they could just take a bite and they would poison themselves. It's good to know that cyanide is used in different industries as well, like photography, some laboratories, pesticides, and other forms of poison. It's also found in different fruits like almonds, apple seed, peach seed, and other types of fruits. So if someone suffers cyanide poisoning, what should they do? They have to go to the hospital as quickly as possible, because the quicker you get yourself to the hospital, the quicker they can heal you. And something like this is available in most urgent care places. The next suggestion is the Satanic Stonehenge in Georgia, but this is not the actual name. It's called the Georgia Guidestones. The Satan is just a nickname. This was built in 1980. On these stones, there's different messages in different languages about the future. And the message is kind of weird. If you pay attention to the words, it's about like the world ending, and you should do this if it ends. A lot of right-wing people hate this Stonehenge, and the writings on this are evil, and that is why this year in 2022 it was destroyed, but it wasn't completely destroyed. After this happened, the Elbert County mayor said we're gonna rebuild it as soon as possible, and it's gonna get done in the near future. But we got to the coolest suggestion you guys had for us. News about the James Webb telescope. It seems like we got to it at a good time. We got to this episode and James Webb just recently sent a photo. This is that photo. A giant galaxy by the name of the Cartwheel Galaxy, and a lot of smaller galaxies next to it. Do you guys see the quality of the picture? It's good to know that Hubble was trying for years to get a picture of the Cartwheel Galaxy. But as you could see, obviously it was not successful because this is the only photo we have. And with this photo, James Webb has reached another peak. This galaxy is 500 million light years away from us. After this photo was taken, a lot of scientists said that this is the most beautiful photo we've taken from a single galaxy. This is the picture that the infrared camera of the James Webb telescope has taken, and obviously you can't see the colors very well. This is like the Milky Way. It's considered a medium galaxy, about 144,000 light years across, while the Milky Way, the galaxy that we are in right now, is 100,000 light years across. Scientists and physicists believe that this picture gives us a lot of hope, and they can do a lot of research on this single photo. And it was years that they were looking for this photo, and finally it came true. But the picture showed them the way.